When it comes to your website, your baby, your pride and joy, it's hard to see some of that baby's flaws. And that's why it's really important to get feedback on your website from a complete outsider's perspective. So the easy way to do this is if you have a spouse who's not really familiar with your line of work, and simply ask them to go to your website and just watch them use your website. You can gain so much information from this. Things that you thought were really obvious, really simple, end up not being intuitive at all. It's just really amazing when you actually sit down and watch other people using your website. Now, you could do this firsthand, and that's probably the best way. But if you want another alternative, there's a great website out there that I absolutely love, and it's totally free to use on a limited basis. So I'm going to show you that right now. The site is called usertesting.com, and if you actually go to peak.usertesting.com, all you have to do is plug in your URL, and just like it says, you'll hear a real person reviewing your site for a few minutes or around 5 minutes. And from what I found, they usually get back to you within 24 hours. So it's pretty quick. And I believe you're allowed to use this tool 3 or so times a month. I'm not exactly sure, but a few times a month, completely free. If you want to go more than that, then that's where their paid subscription comes into play. But this is what you get. I just plugged in my blog. So they ask the user 3 questions. So the first question, what is your first impression of this web page? And I'm not sure if they ask different questions each time or not, but they're generally these types of questions. The second question I asked, what is the first thing you would like to do on this page? And the third question, what stood out to you on this website? So when this person did, I won't show the entire video, but basically they said things that I already knew. This is a brand new site, so I know there's a few things that need fixed. One, on the home page, there's no link to the blog, which totally makes sense. The second one, I would like to have a tagline in my header so it's pretty clear what the website is about. And that's what he kind of gleaned out, that it wasn't 100% intuitive what the website was about. But every time I've ran this tool for several different websites now, there's always one thing, one actionable item that I get out of it. Now, I'll admit, out of the 5 minutes, 4 minutes of it might be complete nonsense, just the person trying to make a quick buck, reviewing the site and not giving much useful information. But there's always one thing that I find interesting. Another example, I did this for a client, and I noticed the person kept on clicking on a navigation bar that wasn't actually a link. And I sort of kind of knew this was an issue, but it really hit home, and something I gets into the client, hey, here's a video of someone who thinks you're supposed to click on this button, but it actually doesn't do anything. What it actually was a drop down where you click the button and then you would have all the actual links below it. But it was very frustrating to this person because they kept on clicking and it wasn't going anywhere. So this is a great little tool to get a little bit of feedback on your website. I know it can be a little bit scary sometimes getting feedback, but it's so critical if you really want to improve. So give this tool a try, peak.usertesting.com, or like I said before, just go up to someone in the office, your spouse, whatever, and just watch them using your website, and you'll get incredible insight, feedback on your website.